Let's take a look at how to make patterns in Illustrator. So to make our pattern, we need to draw something. I'm going to take this common document. We're just going to draw something simple and ice cream, something like that. So I'll just click and drag like so, and click and drag for another rectangle for a popsicle stick. It's going to be a little simple this time, and I'll just use the direct selection tool, select these 2 points and make them curvy like this. Also, I'm going to select this point, hold shift for multiple selection, click and drag, and a little bit of curvy. Okay, that seems to my popsicle. I'll just center align the stick here. Okay. Now I'm going to make the stick is a little too long, and I'll just make it a little smaller. Fits along with the ice cream. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a circle. Stick an ellipse tool, circle, and a few more circles. And make it look like there are bite marks on this ice cream as well. So like this. Select all of these, and I'm going to use my shape builder tool. You can use shortcut Shift M, or you can access it from here, and there I have updated it. So press Alt to subtract the shape, and I'm going to go through all these circles and the shape. So that's pretty much like a bite mark to me. It's not very good though. Still, I'll just remove this, and maybe I'll just take 2 of these. Select Shift M and Alt drag and make the bite marks. Okay, that seems like right. Okay. I'm going to color the stroke to like pink or something, and fill to none. Okay, I'm going to rotate this as well. I'll select this and rotate this, not too much. Go to rotate tool, press R, double click, and maybe 30. Let's see what's going on here. 30. Yeah, 30 seems fine. Okay, and let's say I want to reflect this. Okay, so now I'm going to reflect this, double click, want it vertical, and I'm going to copy this. I made a mistake here. I just need to do this rotation like 15 degree something. Let's say minus 30. It's just minus 30. Enter. Okay, this is perfect. So I'll just take a reflect tool, and we'll now copy that. Copy. Okay. Now set this like so. So I've got 2 of them, and now also I need to just make this a pattern. Also, this will make a pattern with respect to this size of an object. So make sure that your object is relatively small if you're creating it for the artboard. So let's say I'll just scale this down this much, and make sure your scale strokes is on because it will create a mess when you do that. Just go back, redo reflect, get back to here. Yeah, if the scale corners, scale strokes and effects is off, then if you just scale it down, then this will happen. And if the scale strokes and effects is on and you scale it down, then it will scale down the stroke proportionally with respect to the object. So make sure you have this option handy, and helps quite a lot. But if you need thicker strokes, then you can go ahead, so switch this off and use that as well. All right, so I'm gonna select this and go to Object, Pattern, Make. And there it is asking me the pattern has added to the swatches panel. Any changes made while in pattern editing will be applied to the swatch upon next. I'll just go ahead and give OK, and there I have my pattern in the swatches panel. Now I can name this pattern like ice cream candy, and maybe just candy pattern. You can choose the type of tiles like brick. This is currently is grid, brick by row, and you want to offset this. Then you can use this 1/2. That is a half offset. 1/3, 3/4. These are the fractions you could use. I'll just keep 1/2 for now. We have another option of brick by column as well. Hex by column or hex by row. So you have certain types of let's just go with brick by row. That seems fine and prettier to me. Size, style to art. You can change the width here, increase or decrease width, and you can change the spacing within the pattern. So this looks fine. I'll just keep it this. Copies, these copies can stay unlimited, but within this particular shape it is doing just 5x5 pattern. Dim copies to 70%. Says 0. You can keep it 100, so it will keep opacity intact. Overlap, left in front. It will overlap in case shapes are overlapping. Let's just take this shape and overlap each other. So now just check. Currently it won't show because this is a stroke kind of an effect. It won't show that much. So in case you had a fill, then it would make much more difference. So I'll just go back and put the width where it was, and there. Okay. When you're satisfied with the settings, you can just hit close and done. Okay, where did the pattern go? Well, pattern did not go anywhere. It is in the swatches panel. And to get this back, you need to draw a shape that is a rectangle. Let's just take a rectangle, and you need to go to the swatches and click, and there you have your pattern intact. You can double click on this, go inside within the pattern, and you can move the shape as well. You can re-edit the shape, but if you go outside and if you change the shape like so, it will change the shape as well. Okay, so now let's try this same pattern thing over a geometric shape. So I'm going to take a new document here, new, and it's going to be common. Okay, so I'll just take a polygon, 6-sided polygon, that's right. I'll just rotate it like so. I'll just keep it at center for now. Okay, I'll take a line tool and put a line through the center. Okay, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to use my shape builder tool. Click here and click here. Okay, just single click, nothing holding Alt or Control. Now I will hold Alt and delete this extra line here. So I have divided this polygon into two parts. Okay, I'll just go ahead and give Control G to group. I'll use the rotate tool and will Alt and click here. So it will move the center point to that position. And I will give here 120 and give copy. And I'll give one more, that is Control D, and there I have my shape there. Okay, now I'll just take these two, I'll just give ungroup. Okay, and give ungroup here, ungroup. Okay, now I'll select these two shapes. I will give a certain color. Let's just take a color and just give it darker red, something like this. Give OK. And here I will give the same color, but a little different shade here. Green tone, maybe bright. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now same color, and go to CMYK and a little more darker. So I'm gonna go ahead and really will go give no stroke. Now this looks like a polygon shape to me. Anyway, so now select this, give Control G to group, and I'll scale this down a bit. Okay. Now go to Object menu, go to Pattern, and you can give OK. And there you have your pattern of polygons. So you can set this up, no issues here. So you can go ahead and set that. And in case of brick by row, I can give this option, and I can fix the rest of it like so. Okay, so that's my polygon pattern, and give done, and your polygon pattern will be gone. So to get back, you need to make a rectangle tool and click here to get your pattern inside. This is double click here. Let's cancel this, cancel. Okay, so we'll select the rectangle, select the fill, and then here I have my pattern here. Okay, you can go to properties and here transform options. You can keep these both two sections aligned, like right click. You can transform both. You can transform pattern only. Let's say I give transform both. So it will transform both a pattern and the object. So click here, and if you choose pattern only, it will scale the pattern only. It will scaling the pattern and the object stays intact. So depending on your requirement, you could just go and use these options and make the changes like so. Now let's just say you want to create a seamless pattern out of this. You can go ahead and do that too. This is a seamless shape. You can make this a seamless shape. So I'm just going to give hold Alt and drag the shape out. I'm going to make another copy and set one here and one at the opposite side. And select all these and give copies of this. Keep on giving copies of this, and we can create certain effect. Okay. So I can just create this kind of I think I've not selected the whole thing. Okay, now you can just give this. I need few more shapes here. Okay, now this will work as a seamless pattern, like so. And with respect to here, we need this shape. Select, hold Alt and drag and set here. Okay, so now we can just Alt and drag. We need one more shape here, and there we have the shape. Okay, so we can hold Alt and drag, and we have the pattern intact. So we need one more shape here as well. Okay, can use this, make the pattern. Yeah, vertically it goes fine. Horizontally needs a few more adjustments. So we now maybe now it will work. Or you could just use this manually and create your pattern just by copying and duplicating the whole thing. Doing this, copy, duplicate, Control D, Control D, and you can just hold Alt and drag and set this a little bit like so. As you can go ahead and create a pattern like this as well.